had peacocks on our wall. Are
Yeah.
they peacocks?
Yep.
Are they actually peacocks?
Yep. No.
Oh.
Male peacocks. No. Lady peacocks, because they're boring. It's the male peacocks that are not.
But I didn't think peacocks had short feathers. I thought they had long feathers.
I thought they had long feathers.
Anyway.
Sorry, just testing the mic.
Ellie, you missed out on my A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I thought that was far better than your operatic.
Well, I've had to turn the noise gate off, so now we're bleeding into each other, but it's better than cutting out and me having to delete the whole thing.
Would it be better if I sat further over here? Or just talked really closely to the microphone and really quiet? Oh, stop it. You're disgusting. You absolutely disgust me. It's even worse that you're wearing that.
My normal hair.
So it's been a while since you guys have heard from us both together. We did actually do an episode. When was it? 2 weeks ago? Something like that. And we did about 40 minutes. Are you still playing with the sound?
Oh, you're bleeding into my mic and I'm not sure I like it.
I'm not restarting this one. We did, like I was saying, guys, I was doing a whole episode. I'm slowly moving across the table right now, hoping that it makes a difference.
Post-production, it's fine.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, we did a whole episode. It was about 40 minutes long, and some of it was really, really good.
Do you mean some? Just the bits I talked.
No, it was because we were talking about planning and planning content. And I'm used to talking off on the hoof. That's my problem. And then we started doing a podcast and I realised I can't always do that. In fact, I can't do that at all. Better? Happy? Still playing with knobs.
You're just too loud in my ear. I'm toning it down.
Nearly 12 years and it's still a problem. Anyway, so since we actually came on and you guys listened to us, we've opened the gym, I think. No. Have we? Have we done an episode yet here?
Yeah, and then we deleted it.
Oh, is that the only one? I'm so confused.
It's because I forgot my wig. That's the only reason we deleted it.
Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. So we now have the gym, it's up and running. And to be honest, I'm really glad that we are redoing this because we've done so much more since. And there's so much more gone into the gym and we're planning so much more going forward that we've kind of got a little bit more to talk about in the sense that we've got more experience of being here. So we are really, really new to being this whole gym owner type people. What's the best thing you've enjoyed about it so far? Enjoyed. Not hated. Not stressed about. Enjoyed. I really want to know.
I don't enjoy any of it.
You're lying.
It's all horrible.
You're such a liar.
Hate it.
If you hated it, you wouldn't have even gone along with the idea in the first place.
I get to roll more now. So we've got creative, we're in control fully. So I've made the sessions an hour and a half because I was finding that we didn't get to roll enough. And so that extra half an hour means we can roll loads, which means I get to roll because I don't get to partake in the lessons other than delivering the content because I'm such an amazing mind of jiu-jitsu. I'm the purple-haired John Danaher of Wigan. But now I get to
so
take
amazing.
these off.
So amazing that you get
roll a bit. Oh,
you're getting your hair caught in the headphone. You're that amazing. You can't even keep. This is why.
At jiu-jitsu, not at having long purple hair.
You've got it in your mouth.
Destroyed the wig. Jessica's gonna be gutted.
I'm more gutted.
This is my daughter's wig, by the way. The blonde one's mine.
He's more annoyed, I think. Aren't you more annoyed that you got it wrapped around your headphones?
Yeah, no, my hair's all messy because I've had a wig on.
You've got hat hair.
Carry on, I'll try and untangle this as we go. I might put it back on.
That's so funny because I was going to say before you completely demolish the wig, when you get your brown belt, are you gonna get a brown wig? Are you gonna go brunette? Or are you just gonna go multicoloured every time?
Who knows what's gonna happen in 10 years? It's too far ahead to plan.
Yeah, I've lost track. You distracted me. This is what. Oh yeah, what I was gonna say
Why
was
you shouldn't do episodes with me.
You made the point of though that when men aren't used to having long hair, see, we as women or men or whoever has long hair would be very mindful that something was on our head. And you'll agree with me with this, guys, when you put glasses on the top of your head and then your hair gets all tangled in it. It's the most annoying thing. Excuse me, I keep burping because I'm drinking
Disgusting.
energy drink. It's like 45 degrees outside, or at least it feels it.
Hey! Oh no.
What have you done?
It's the wrong way around.
If you're not watching this, you seriously need to watch this back.
I think I should be adept at wearing wigs by now. I'm
Yeah,
not.
you should.
Spoiler.
Yeah, you should. Have you got a plan for the next time you
No,
go
'cause
onto
it's
the
just
mats?
an interclub, so no.
Anyway, on that note, so what was it? You were saying you get to roll more.
Yeah, that too. You asked what my most enjoyable experience of owning a gym was, and I said creative control because now I can roll. So my mat times are going up significantly since we stopped doing hour sessions for 3 days a week. Now it's 7 days a week, and it's significantly more. So even though the people that I'm rolling with are rubbish,
They're gonna love you.
I can.
You're an arsehole.
Right, the
You've done
earphone's
it
coming
again.
off. Even though they're rubbish, I still get the time in so I can practice my BCD games. Although, since I've agreed to doing this interclub, I think they're experiencing my A game and they're not enjoying it.
Yeah, I actually said to them that I've had the pleasure of watching Ben roll and, randomly compete here and there since 2018, I think. I was looking at your belts the other day. And I've seen you change and up your game and be really careful with who you roll with over the years. And I actually pre-warned the guys in the WhatsApp chat. I said, guys, it's either going to make you better or you're just going to hate life, because you have to up your game. Because when you're in competition mode, you don't go nice or as nice as you normally would, because you've got, you're going into a match, whether it's a big competition or whether it's just an interclub, you automatically go into that mindset. And when I've spoken to athletes and I've spoken to anyone really who does sports, once you know you've got a match or a fight or a competition of any kind, whether it's a team sport or a singular sport, that's all you think about. That's all you can think about. And it's really, really hard to switch off. And so for you as a coach, you've got loads of things to think about, haven't you? You've got to think about making sure you don't get injured, making sure you don't roll with the people that are going to be spazzy and try and break something. Are you not worried, though, that somebody's going to go, you're now going to be a target, as if they're going to try and prove themselves now that they know you're in competition
I'm
mode?
worried about the people that learn from me in my gym, no.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I would be.
As previously mentioned, they're not very good at jiu-jitsu, so...
Well, you are, you're a solid guy, but some of them are
Donut said I
heavier
was
than
big
you.
the other day.
You are.
He said I was massive, in fact. I was deeply offended and I need to go on a diet after this match because it's at 90.
Did he say you were fat, or did he just say you were
He
massive?
said massive.
You are big. When you are big, you're not
You
fat.
know what we call you, Mr. Big.
You are, though. And I've noticed that, because if you look at a photo of when we got married, all those years ago, that sounded like I was going of you then, didn't it? That was really bad timing. I didn't mean it that you were meant that we're really old. I'm digging myself a hole here. This is going to come back to bite me in the backside in about an hour. You look young. I mean, you didn't have a beard.
I've got to cover up the cleft chin.
I don't even remember you having a cleft chin.
Got a dimpled chin, it's not attractive.
Yeah, you have got a little dimple, haven't you?
Yeah. Nobody knows about it because I've had a beard for about 10 years now.
Which I'm very thankful for. And I had no idea how nice a beard was until you... Doesn't
Used
suit
beard
everybody.
oil.
Doesn't suit everyone, though. Beards don't suit everyone.
Next step is to go bald. That's how you get good at jiu-jitsu. You got to be bald with a beard so that you look like a normal human when you're upside down.
You look like an egg. Um, I don't really know what my favorite thing is at the moment about running a gym. I think it's just about me in particular. So, what are you doing?
Carry on. Shouldn't get distracted so easily.
Have you met me? I'm like, squirrel, what? Yeah, I think for me, having the gym is more, I kind of come into my own. People that have seen me help promotions, run events, and things like that, I thrive on chaos. What are you doing? Honestly,
You thrive on chaos, so I'm creating it.
you are chaos. You are my chaos. I do. I thrive not. I don't like creating my own chaos, even though that does happen. But I thrive in situations that require me to go into automatic solve a problem mode, which means multitasking and doing a million things at once. So when I have had the pleasure of helping care for Josh or any of the guys when they're running a show or events, you stick me in a position where I'm the go-to. I'm the top of that kind of food chain, if you like. And all the problems come to me, you know, something goes wrong, it all comes to me. And I like being there. I like being able to solve problems, and I like being able to kind of manage things and make sure everything's going as it should. So for me, I suppose running our gym is the best part for me, because I get to kind of call the shots. I get to kind of put things right if they go wrong. And I don't mean like broken things and stuff that you fix. You know, I'm not saying I'm gonna get like a hammer out, but you know, just general stuff like yesterday. Because I have that experience working in accounts, I'm able to do our accounts, but because I was never at kind of an accountant level, it's still difficult. But although I was stressed, I was thriving on it, because I thought, you know what, this is something I can do and I can fix. So I think, yeah, for me, being the owner, which I think the guys forget sometimes. And sometimes I have to stand there and remind them of, you know, excuse me, I do own this gym. It's difficult because we have gone from just the coach and wife to now the owners, to the gym owners. So it's not just an adjustment for us, it's an adjustment for the guys as well that, you know, decided to come and train with us here. You've always been boss. I don't suppose you've seen a shift. Everyone's like, oh, you need to check with Ben. You need to check
I leave
with
all
Ben.
the admin with you to you.
That's what I mean.
If they've got complaints, I direct them to you. It's the way this works, this relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. So I think that's my favorite thing. What have you found out about yourself? You know, since we've opened, is there anything like new that you is different to what you thought, where you've kind of gone, oh, do you know what? Maybe this is different about me, or I didn't realise this about me.
Nope. Next question.
Liar!
Oh dear.
You're such a liar.
No, nothing. Why? What have I found out about myself?
I literally, first thing that came to thought then was a post that you put up about thinking that you would never open a gym.
I didn't find that out about myself though. I already knew that.
Yeah, but you put in there that what was it? It would be too stressful, and it wasn't you. It wasn't who you were. And now you realise that it is, and it was all about your dreams and not holding back and letting other people stop your dreams. So, that is something you found out about yourself, that you can do it and you are good at it and you do want to do it.
I don't want to do it.
Oh my gosh. I hate you sometimes.
Just more convenient. It's a really good way to dodge paying somebody else fees to come and roll.
Are you telling me you are not enjoying this at all?
When did I say I wasn't enjoying it?
No, that's what I'm saying. So how can you not want to do something if you enjoy it? If you enjoy it, surely you want to do it.
I think we've covered this. I'm a lazy human being that doesn't want to do anything.
Right, okay.
I want to sit on the couch and play games, be fed and watered by my slave wife.
Which you do get.
and occasionally tap on the keyboard to do some work so I can get paid.
You make it sound like you don't do a lot with your work. You do. Like, I've seen you zone in and ignore everybody and when you need to work, so you don't just occasionally.
That's news to me, because you usually just come in and talk at me incessantly until I can't cope anymore. No?
Are you forgetting the times where I've been stood in the kitchen? I've come home from work, I've not seen you all day, I have not given you any attention, and you've come and harassed me in the kitchen, and you won't leave me alone. Are you forgetting these days?
Yeah, because if you have 11 years of you being an absolute pain in the backside, as soon as you walk in, even though you can see I'm busy, and then you suddenly stop doing it, that means there's something wrong with you, and so I have to come and check on you.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not every time. Not every time. Occasionally, I will come in a huff because I've had a bad day or something's wrong. Fair enough. But there are times where I'm absolutely fine and you'll still come and harass me because you've been bored all day because you've had no one to talk to.
I don't want to talk to people. Just want to harass people.
And it's always when I'm cooking as well, when I'm trying to make food. The one time I need everybody out of the kitchen, and then you're like, why don't you love me? No, I do love you, just not in that moment because you're in my way. And I bet you there's millions of women that can empathise with that. I was like, fantasise, nope, that's the wrong word.
Men, you're being very sexist. Men cook too, often better than their womanly
I know
counterparts.
you can cook better than me, you just don't want to unless I ask you.
Exactly.
But
I'm
you
lazy.
do when I ask you.
So it harks back to the point of I can do stuff and I do enjoy stuff, I just don't want to do it.
It's so weird. If I want to do something, I do it. I enjoy going to the gym. That's like S&C, guys, not here. I enjoy going to JD.
You don't enjoy coming here.
I was not saying that.
The gym
I did not
and
say
all
that.
we give to people.
I was just saying in that moment I was referring to JD. Shut your face. Yeah, I enjoy going to JD, so I want to go, so I go. That's a normal human response.
I'm not a normal human. I'm an extraordinary human being, capable of all sorts of
Strangely
things.
ordinary.
And just because I'm so capable of doing everything, I've been hampered by my lazy lack of willingness to start these things. So I had to overcome that handicap with my assistant's. I was going to call you an assistant's dog then. That would have been my assistant's human. Because then you can give me a list of things to do and then make me do them. I love how you tippy tap away as I'm trying to talk to you.
Do you want me to talk to your daughter or not?
Nope.
She'll be panicking. She's worse than me. She's like, why aren't you talking to me? Is everything all right? Love you. Hello. Stay safe. I'm not joking you. Every time I message her, she's like, stay safe. She says it that often. It got ingrained into me to do it. And I said it to my mum. And it felt very strange. I was like, why am I telling my... She's just done it then. Literally. Stay safe. I had to think then. And I'm also just checking the camera.
She's watching TV, sitting in my spot because that's what she craves to do.
Do you know what?
I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about Jessica.
Oh, right. I was like, I didn't crave.
Oh, you're looking at the Joshua camera.
Now I'm looking at the Joshua camera, wondering where the Joshua's gone.
He's outside smoking a ciggy with the local yobs.
Anybody that knows Joshua would not even be surprised if he was downstairs just having a chinwag with like a crackhead or somebody just smoking weed outside.
They were too earlier, just before you got here. I was opening the window. Luckily, people don't notice things when they're above their head.
No,
so
they don't.
It's really good. When I'm opening the windows, people don't, even though there's a massive movement of a plate glass window swooping over the head, they don't notice it. And there are two crackheads walking past, so I had a watch of them.
Nice. And you say I'm a people watcher. The nice thing is in our gym, guys, is that we have got CCTV everywhere. The only places we don't have it are in the changing rooms, obviously, because
the toilets? Got them in the bottom of the bowl, ready
see.
for the action shot.
I can see your face waiting to kind of say something then. Oh, you disgust me. Genuinely.
Can't remember what the film's called, but there's
is it where the snakes come up?
No, it's the landlords. Slumlord is the name of the film. And he's got cameras everywhere, and he's got them in the toilet bowl.
Is that another film you need to tell Dan about, or has he seen it?
Not sure.
Ouch.
If you're listening, Dan, have a watch of Slumlords.
Do it.
I think it's got a different name in the UK, but you'll find it. It's got that dude with the big, thick milk rim glasses on.
You're acting like I would know who these people are.
You do know who he is.
I probably do, but I wouldn't know unless I saw the actual face. Who? Say that again.
I haven't got my phone to look it up.
Now, who wants to tippy tap on their phone?
You're Jamie to Joe Rogan. I can research things as you chit chat. In fact, I'm going to do so on my
because it'll pull. When did you manage to put your headphones back on? I've just noticed they're back on your head.
And when I was creating chaos because you thrive in it, and then you told me off for creating chaos where you're trying to solve.
Chaos that I can solve. I can't solve that. I move. My microphone is going to move. I thought you were going to get me a headset anyway because I keep moving my head.
You've got this one. Oh, like a Britney Spears
one. It would be so much easier if I just had it here because then
you couldn't wear it. I'd have to wear it with my wig.
No, you don't move around as much as me.
I do. I just carry the microphone because I've got a sensible audio knowledge.
I haven't. I couldn't care less.
Do you remember Sean and Martin when they had really bad audio on the podcast and didn't know why? And then somebody told them that microphones have polarity and they have to actually sit in front of them.
Amazing. We need to stop spending time together.
Anyway, Bad Jiu-Jitsu podcast. Have a listen.
Yeah.
We're on it.
We are. And I love those guys so much. They're so funny. Genuinely the type of people that, when they don't have to do anything and they're just funny. Like, I don't know how to explain it without sounding really rude, but it's just their face. It's just their expressions and the way they talk. It's so good.
Look like boiled eggs.
I need to get a rash guard actually and shorts. What was the other thing that we talked about last time when we were talking? Oh, it was egos, wasn't it? How we were as a gym going to manage egos.
We've had incidents.
Yeah, we have.
We've resolved the incidents.
I think it's gone down really well, hasn't it?
I do so with humour and perfectly crafted meme type videos, and you do so with communication. I'm not sure which is the most effective.
I think that's why we work really well. I think that's why it works, because we have different ways of approaching things. If I'm having to bring something up or say something, then it's a problem. Because if it was something really, really minor, I'd just leave it to you. If it's something really stupid,
I'll leave it until it becomes major, and then you can deal with it.
And then I have to switch between this person who used to train jiu-jitsu to now don't want me off because I will kick you out the gym.
Set my husband on you. He'll strangle you.
Don't say that. I'm going to set my husband on it. No, I'll try it myself first. Thank you. The likelihood is that I would lose. No, there was something that I said on the last one, which I think is really, really important when it comes to if you're going to come to our gym. We're not going to be able to stop all the egos. Egos happen. What is that noise? Because Joshua's not in there and it's making a noise. I think we've got ghosts. Can you hear that?
We've got people underneath us.
Oh, yeah.
It happens to be about the time that they're setting up their kebab skewers and
oh, yeah. Okay.
Their heroes.
I'm not coming near it when it's dark on my own. I'll freak out.
Sleepover. It's never dark because the bloody lights are all on timers.
Yeah, they're all censored, aren't they? What was I saying? Oh, egos. Yeah, you're not going to stop egos happening. You can manage them, and also somebody who thinks somebody else has an ego, a different person might disagree with you. So we're never going to completely abolish that unless we never have any members and we just have like one or two people come through the gym. So
let's do that.
Open a gym and just have 2 people. That'll do. Private session every day. So for me, it was a case of there's 3 ways that you're gonna learn not to be an absolute dick in this gym. The first way is you will get told that you're being an idiot, and you learn from it. You gradually over time realize how to not be a dick, and that it is you. Maybe communication between you and other people, maybe you're all doing it. That's one way it's going to stop. The second way is you are going to get taught a lesson by me making sure that you only roll with people who are bigger and better than you, and you're going to get absolutely smashed every single time, and you're going to leave on your own. Or I'm just going to kick you out. I'm going to ask you, you will get banned. So those are the 3 ways that you're going to learn not to be a dick and contain your ego. So we're not saying that people aren't going to have them. You're just going to have to tone it down and respect other people and respect each other on the mats. Don't bring it on the mats. Don't bring it in my gym. I myself, don't know if you've noticed, which I've actually told one of the guys in here, I myself, if I'm in a really, really bad mood, and I mean really bad, I just won't train. Like, I'll remove myself from the mats because I don't want to bring that vibe onto the mat. And I realised I was doing that the other night. I was foul. I think it was like 2 days ago, wasn't it?
We'll have to specify.
I was foul, and I was hot, I was bothered. I knew I probably wasn't going to be able to train as much as I wanted to. But I think when I knew that if I stepped onto that mat, it's 2 things. I step on as boss, because we are. And if I'm in a bad mood, it would just kill it. It would kill the whole vibe, as they say, in the training room, and I didn't want that. You get it, full leather at home, because I can be miserable around you. But don't you agree? Like, if you're foul, if you can't curb it or just keep your mouth shut on the mats, don't train. What do you think?
Well, most people, whilst they're doing jiu-jitsu, all of that goes away, and that's one of the reasons they do it. So you got the whole memes and pictures of people thinking about all the crap that they've got in daily life, and then the head's just empty on the mats, because you've got to kind of focus on the moment when someone's trying to bend your limbs the wrong way or extracts the oxygen from your body. But yeah, if you can't keep your mouth shut, don't do it in the first place.
Yeah.
So, man crush number 2, Giles Garcia.
Ugh. Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast. I think he was on BJJ Mental Models, and it was talking about values. Obviously, he's really massive on having values and having a good atmosphere. And he was saying that people don't do it because it's hard to keep on top of it. But if you're not reinforcing the values that are written on your walls every time, then you haven't got values. But you're saying you have to call people out, you can make jokes of it. I found that because I'm not a great communicator, having people on the mats that are outspoken but know the rules and want to enforce them is good. So what basic rule: don't have shoes off the mat. Do have shoes off the mat. Don't have shoes on the mat.
I was looking at you like, what?
And people have been called out. Like, we can't see it every time.
Yeah.
In the moment, but people have seen it and called people out and said, "You need to put shoes on, dude." I did the whole slippers of shame thing, which is how I deal with it, and then I let the others in the gym call it out and enforce it, which is one way around it. Creating a culture of people that have the same values and aren't afraid to speak it.
Yeah.
As I said, I'm very lax as a leader. I'll let people sort their own crap out unless I need to step in. I think you very rarely need to step in. I'll do it after the fact. I'll make memes and jokes and make them feel vastly uncomfortable.
Yep.
And then they sort themselves out as a whole. So those are 2 strategies that I use. I use other people, ensure that they've got the values, and then they'll enforce it for us.
Yeah.
And I'll let people if they're like feuding and having crap between each other, unless it's getting, I say unless it's getting violent. Jiu-jitsu is a violent sport. Unless it's getting violent beyond what's acceptable in the environment. So competition rolling's different to training. Open mats are different to competition rounds in the gym. So you've got to know the level and kind of allow it to get to there. If it's getting beyond that, you can step in. But I find that most people sort their own crap out if you let them, and then you deal with it after. Might not be the best strategy, because then you get the awkward side-eye monkey memes of everyone watching what's happening,
Like,
cracking out the
okay.
popcorn. It might put our vendor machine sales through the roof if we put popcorn in.
That's
People
probably not a
dash
bad
to get
idea,
some
actually.
popcorn and watch the drama.
Yeah, go get some snacks for the last half an hour of rolling.
But you got to have values. You got to have them on the balls. You got to have them on your behavior. You got to have it on trusted people's behavior, because people will conform. So you've got the psychological experiments to do, where everyone's an actor apart from one, and then they'll come in the room and they'll ask a question, and it's blatantly obvious what the answer is, and everyone in the room, because they're an actor, will vote the wrong choice, and then more often than not, the dude that's experimenting on will go with the majority rather than the obvious right answer. So if we make the majority do the right thing, people will conform out of peer pressure and social pressure, just from a psychological perspective.
Yeah.
Trick them into it.
It's the in-group, out-group theory. That's what that is.
No, I explained it better.
No, I think yours is... No, you explained the theory before we told them what the theory was. I know, I agree. I think it's all down to self-awareness then, isn't it? So for me, I knew that if I went on that mat at that time, I was too insular. I was too in my own head. I was already annoyed and angry before I went on the mat. The idea of being around people wound me up, because I was on one. So I suppose it's all about your individual awareness, isn't it? If you know that you're going to be a problem, and you're going to take it out on other people, or you're going to bring a room down, then fair enough. But if it's just that you've had a stressful day and you do need to use that jiu-jitsu as that outlet, well, like you said, people do use that. I use it. Which kind of brings me on to the next thing, because one thing I've massively struggled with is the fact that I'm trying to balance that admin, owner / training. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So often I'll be sat at reception ready to train, but then I won't be able to get on the mats till 10 past or quarter past. Eventually I'll find that balance of coming on at 7 o'clock and allowing you to kind of bring people in, but that doesn't always happen. So, and I don't, and I get why some people, when they open a gym or whatever, their training drops, or they become a coach and their training drops. I haven't found that balance yet. I try and train, but it's tough. It is tough, and it really, really frustrates me, because people will make comments of, oh, you're not training again, and I know it's in jest, but for me, it's difficult, because I want to train and I want to get in there as much as everybody else. And now we have got classes every day. The sports person in me, the person who fell back in love with jiu-jitsu, wants to train every day to the quality that I used to, but the quality's dropped. So even if I was to do every day, the quality would be half, which is why now sometimes you'll see me just do the technique and then not roll at the end, because there might be people in the class that I don't want to roll with, or I can't roll with, or I might be injured, or what have you. So that's probably the most difficult thing I've found since opening the gym, is balancing training with making sure everything else is done.
Yeah, I've been doing that for about 6 years, so if you get used to it. I still can't train when I want what I want. I think a crappy teacher / coach / instructor will teach what they want to do, which is what I used to do a lot because I couldn't train myself. So I'd learn moves and then I'd teach them and then I'd get to do them. Whereas what the people in the room need probably isn't that, because I'm years ahead of them on the journey. So a good teacher has to do a Kimura like every week with beginners and stuff, or this is a guillotine. This is how you escape a guillotine.
Hey, don't mock us, okay?
And so I will now teach what the people in the room need, and sometimes they don't like that because they need it, and people want to do what they just want to bang, bro. Comments in the comment section where that's from, the name of the fighter who said it famously. So, and then it becomes, if it's an odd number, maybe I can jump in and partner up with someone. But then if the room's very new and fresh, you can't really, because you've got to roam and talk, to give them tips. And then, which is why the roll-in time at the end, there's always people that sit out and drop out, especially if you put a comp round on them. They'll go and sit in front of the fan, regretting their life decisions. And then you've evened the numbers out again. Or you can do like Shark Tanks, you can do King of the Mats. So as the person in charge, I've had to come up with strategies to be able to train myself to a okay level, even though I'm not getting out as much to people that are as good or as better than me. But it's taken me 6 years, so enjoy the next 6 years, Tish.
Oh, I'll be doing this till I'm grey and old, and till I end up in a wheelchair. Even then, I'm gonna still try and do it. I was looking at every time now I walk down the street and I see an elderly person that can barely walk or is in a wheelchair or has got a Zimmer frame. I just think,
just watch the people as they walk in the door. That's most of the. We can't move until we're on the mat. When we're on the mats, we're like wizards, but walking normally down the street's not a good.
Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny when I see everybody come out when I've not been training. I see them go in all fresh or ready for it, and then they'll come out and they're just dead, like their face just completely regretting everything that they've just done and yet loving it at the same time, because they know the next day they're going to be so sore. But I do that a lot now. I look at them and think.
You said do. Carry
on. I am going to get old and my bones are going to get worse, and my muscles aren't always going to be great. However, I see these women and men that look phenomenal at like 70, 80 years old. They're still pulling weights, and I just think to myself, that might not be me. However, I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure that it is, because I don't want to cripple myself. I don't want to be this old, frail woman. I want to be able to run around with my grandkids and hopefully my great-grandkids.
Stop doing jiu-jitsu then.
This is why I do strength training as well. And that is why I do strength training, and that's why I do go to the gym. Because outside of here, so all those people that come in through my doors, just for the record, you say I don't train or I'm not doing jiu-jitsu, I do strength and conditioning, and I do jiu-jitsu, which you should be doing as well. Okay, you should be doing strength training alongside your jiu-jitsu. It's proven to help with your game, so if you're not, you need to look it up.
The last time I was at Blackbeard, he was having a whinge at because he's a PT by trade.
Is he?
Yeah. And he was whinging at his people because someone blew their knee out while they were training. And he was like, "Do you do any S&C?" They're like, "No." Like, you notice all the ones that never get injured do S&C.
Actually, I get injured because I do S&C. No, that's such a lie. Actually, it's not because I do strength and conditioning. It's because I don't eat the right foods. I don't have the right amount of protein. I've noticed that's when I get injured, is when I'm not eating the right amount of protein and I'm not pulling weights as much as I should. I don't know. Do you know what I've realised?
No.
So, shut up. I realised, so this whole, when we were talking, for those of you that don't know, when we went on to Sean and Martin's podcast, we were talking about the whole female thing and, you know, this problem that's going around where saying we've got to make space for women, and women are saying this, that, and the other, you know, who are doing jiu-jitsu. And I shared my kind of opinion and thoughts on that. I always thought that if women were going to have women's only classes, then men should have men only classes.
We
right?
do. It's called jiu-jitsu.
I know. Let me finish, you absolute narce. That was a cross between narc and arse. I did not mean to say narce then. Anyway, I never really said anything because I thought, well, jiu-jitsu has always been a male-dominated sport. However, when I've noticed that I've not been on the mats, it's really nice to hear the conversations that happen. It's no different to when I'm on the mats because I just kind of fit in and they don't really care that there's a female there because that's the way the guys are in our gym. Whether you're male or female, they will roll with you. And everybody treats each other the same. But I was sat on reception a little while ago and I could hear everyone laughing and joking, and I was hearing the stuff that was being said between all the members, the people in the class and you. And it really made me realise that is a thing. That is a thing. Men need that. So although, yes, women have to take up space in jiu-jitsu and we should be taking up space, and there should always 100% be a female-only class, men need that. You need that. And the guys need to feel like they've got a place where they can have those egos, or they can have that space to joke around about their misses or whatever it is that you do as blokes. I mean, don't get me wrong, if I heard something really inappropriate, I would curb it. But what I'm saying is that men need to be able to be men as well, without worrying about a woman being there. The same way women should be able to go in and do a class without the presence of a man. And, it goes both ways. And I think sometimes it's forgotten that this is a male-dominated sport and always has been. And so, yes, men have to make allowance for women. You have to, I'm sorry. And if you can't, well, in my opinion, you're an absolute idiot. But at the same time, I appreciate that need for a male environment as well. Do you know what I mean? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we don't need it because it is a male environment. I think the reason we do need women's classes, and I think the reason is because they need a female-driven environment, often to feel comfortable. Also, sexual assault and stuff's usually male to female, so if they've got issues with that, which the likelihood is they will have, I don't mean the concept, but if they've got personal, everyone should have issues with the concept.
If you don't, you're flipping weird. Like, what?
So that's helpful. Or if they works for men and women, if they're religious and they can't be in contact, because it's such a male-driven sport, they may come to they come to a co-ed class and they can't roll because there's no women.
Yeah.
So men are generally stronger and more aggressive, which women often don't want in their lives when it's a hobby. We do this for fun at the end of the day. Or even for like self-defense purposes and stuff. So I think that's why we need a women's only. We don't need a men's only because we're already drawn to it. And if there is a woman on the mats, it's usually a token woman.
That would be me.
So, I think it got to the point where there's always women in every training room. Then you'd have a men-only session, maybe. It would be a good idea. But we don't need it at the moment, unfortunately. Ideally, you'd have women's only, men's only, and then the vast majority is like co-ed. And ideally... So what I don't like about most women's courses is they're taught by a woman because it's a women's only. But then that gym won't have that woman teach in just a normal class. So it kind of...
Oh, I see what you mean.
I think if you're going to have a women's class and you have a women's like leader, they should also be in a leadership role in normal classes. not to empower them, but you know what I mean.
No, I absolutely agree. Like I wouldn't even, yeah, because that does separate them. If they are only teaching women's classes, I mean, if they only want to teach women's classes, that's different. But if you are only teaching a woman's class, then that separates them even more, doesn't it? It kind of says, oh well, you're not qualified to, you know, you can't be over here. This is our thing. I don't know. It's just a weird.
I think if you're big
thing,
enough to have a good women's class where it's got loads of people, you're big enough to have a woman at the front of a normal class where it's mixed. I mean, we've got a women's only class. We're a small gym and we don't have many, sometimes any, come to it. And we don't have any women at the level to
be able to teach.
For insurance for a start, because we're UKBJDA, so you have to be blue belt at least. But I would, when we do get that, and it'll probably be you, they'll be teaching the normal classes as well as women's classes.
No, I agree with that. I do think that's really important. I mean, and I suppose for me it wouldn't be weird anyway because I train with men. That was always my kind of last point with regards to this whole female thing. I get the whole women wanting, in fact, I 100% endorse and agree with the idea of women learning Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as a self-defense art. They should be, because when you are attacked, male or female really, they're going to end up on top of you if it's a sexual assault to that extreme. And I will put a warning on this episode, but if, let's say for example, you are raped, or someone's trying to rape you, they generally are on top. I mean, that it's the general position that you would end up in where someone was trying to dominate you. The likelihood is, and correct me if I'm wrong, the person that's going to be attacking you is going to be bigger, they're going to be stronger, they're going to be a lot heavier than you, because the smaller you are, the more of a target you are. No offense, but if I get a guy who's 4'2" and wet throw, they're not going to possibly try and they're not going to take a look at me and go, oh well, they're going to attack her, she's easy to get. They're not. And so for me, if you are a woman and you are wanting to learn proper self-defense against somebody who's attacking you, in my opinion, you're going to need to train with somebody who is bigger, heavier than you. Now, you might find another female who is bigger than you. You know, take Maisie, for example. She's a lot lighter than I am. So her training with me is great because I am stronger and I'm heavier. She can out-technique me every day, and she's a black belt in karate. But I personally think if you are deliberately doing it for self-defense, for that kind of defense against rape and sexual assault and things like that, you need to be training with someone, and they are going to 9 times out of 10 be blokes. If there's a reason you can't train with a bloke for, reasons that are personal to you through trauma and things like that, that's where it's so important that you have a female coach. You have a female in your gym who knows how to put that pressure on, that can be heavier if needs be. I'm actually really grateful that we met Lorien and the guys from Munich, because they kind of teach this concept of making sure that you are aware of who you're training with and making sure that the people that are coming in and training are safe, psychologically safe and physically safe, and what could trigger them. So I think in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, we are always going to come across barriers, but women, ladies, if you are wanting to learn Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as a self-defense, if it's not specific and you just want to get good at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, if it ever happened to you in life, great, fine. Go to your women's only classes, go to you mix classes, whatever it is. But if you are somebody who has gone through that trauma and you want to learn how to specifically defend against that again in the future, me personally, I believe you need to be training with a well-informed male participant. But that's a barrier in itself, isn't it? Especially if that person is too scared to roll with a man. Like, what are they supposed to do?
Yeah. Calling Gabby Garcia, she's massive.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I mean. You find a woman who's big enough, but then we come up against this problem of it's hard to find women who are big enough and well trained enough to provide that kind of training. Which I'm going to drop this here, guys. This is why you should be coming to train with us at Allsop BJJ, because we are training in trauma informed ways, so that I personally know how to train with women. So if you came through our doors, the whole point is that we can be aware of that, and we can position ourselves in such a way that anybody could come and learn it, couldn't they?
Yeah, and we're starting family classes and kids classes. I think the family classes is a good one, because if a woman's uncomfortable with rolling with men, but they are, and the family classes, parent-child, couples, just family,
Aunts, nieces.
So yeah, so when we run them, it will be highly adaptable. So if you're with another adult or if you're with a kid, you can do the same stuff. However, my point was, if you're a woman and you don't want to roll with men because, I don't know, they stink.
Yeah, there is that. There is that.
If you come along with your husband and you're comfortable with rolling with him, which you hope there would be if they're married, then that would be a good kind of environment to start off. I think the goal is to have everybody in mixed classes, but if the funnel to that is women's only, family, and obviously it comes from the ground up to the kids classes, that'll eventually realise that dream. But for the time being, I think you've got to be willing to travel. So we now fully fledged globetrotters. Like, we're going up to Scotland because Fion's up there again at my man crush's Giles's gym. And I'm not actually rolling there because I didn't want to pay for all of them, and there's a women's only, so that's you're doing that, and I'm chilling for once.
Which you're gonna
so,
hate.
Yeah, you've got to travel and find it for the time being, but the hope is that it's just down the street eventually, and we can only do that by making more entry pathways available. So your example of someone that's been sexually assaulted, they need to probably practice defense on someone that's shaped like a bear.
What are you trying to suggest? What are you saying?
That men are big and strong.
Yeah.
But they're not going to want to if they've had that past experience, and so they come in women's only classes until they're comfortable with the environment, with the sport itself, with the movements, and then you can. Then, if they come to mixed classes, you'd be specific about who they roll with if they've got issues. So it's just an entry pathway to do it.
Yeah, it is about facilitating, I think, and that's something that I love about Giles, is that he facilitates for male, female, what are they, non-binary, transgender, he facilitates that up there, which is incredible, because I know the Scottish are very kind of, like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Ginger.
What's the word I'm looking for? Just kind of like really hard, emotionally hard and strong. There's a word for it. So to create an environment that's safe is really, really cool. I didn't know Giles until, obviously, I didn't know who he was until Ben told me, and we went up, and it was just, you just kind of walk in and it's nice. It's a nice environment. It's really cool. So if ever you're up there in Edinburgh? No, Glasgow.
Rutherglen.
The
outskirts of Glasgow.
Go pay them a visit. They are really, really, they're good people. Yeah, I think that's all. That's it. I've got other things I want to chat about, but we've been on for absolutely ages. So
54 minutes and 52 seconds.
Yeah, see.
With CPU usage of 6%.
I don't even know what that means. You're such a geek. He's such a geek. That's why I love
Means
you.
that I've closed all the programs down so we don't stutter and have latency.
Woohoo! I still don't know what that means. And you've managed to keep your headphones on through the whole thing.
It's because
pretty
I've stopped
much.
fidgeting. I'm really hot and sweaty. I'm really uncomfortable. But if
I
I
know.
fidget, then they're going to fall off because this. Look, I just have to do this. Now they're gone. This is not on my right ear anymore. It's about to fall off and it's stressful. So I'd rather bake in my own sweat and heat, like my own little steam room section.
Well, on that note, we're going to love you and leave you guys, but please pop comments below or send us a message if there's anything that we've kind of talked about that you want.
What colour wig should we have next?
See, this is what happens. I'm trying to be serious.
Hard hitting. These are the important points.
You can ask
Wig
that
colour.
when you share it. You can say, what wig am I going to wear next? You're so me. But please get in touch, guys. We want to see you here. We want you to be safe. So yeah, that's it. Much love.
Bye.